Themes. Themes are simply a combination of different codes according to shared meanings. So after we have developed codes, we go back to our data and try to look for shared meanings between the codes. We then categorize all the codes that have shared meanings into a singular theme. Let's look at an example of how to come up with themes from the example of codes that we developed earlier in the video. The first thing that we do in the inductive approach to thematic analysis, for example, the reflexive thematic analysis approach, is come up with codes. Then, to develop themes, which is our second step, we have to look for patterns of meanings or related meanings between the codes to develop themes. And then we drag or we categorize the codes under those themes. So let's look at our different codes here. Let me close these two areas. And remember, our two research questions which will play a significant role in helping to come up with our themes are: what are the experiences of people with digestive disorders, and how do people with digestive disorders cope with their condition? And we want to develop some themes which will categorize different codes. So, utilizes alternative medicine. Is that an experience or a coping mechanism? Utilizes alternative medicine, avoiding labeling the condition, dilapidating symptoms. Lifestyle choices contribute to digestive disorders, restricted diet. So, evidently here, I have two themes that I can come up with. The first thing I do is right click in the codes area. Remember, we're in the codes area, and establish a new code. And let's call this experiences. And this will not be a code, this will be a theme. So, experiences. So we can call these experiences of people with digestive disorders. Click OK. Experiences of people with digestive disorders. So that's one of the themes that we've developed depending, or we've got this theme from the codes. Utilizes alternative medicine. That's an experience. We drag and drop it into our theme. Avoiding labeling condition. That's not an experience. That's a coping strategy. We will get to that theme later. Or we can develop another theme and call it coping strategies of people with digestive disorders. Remember, our themes emerge from our codes, and our themes are significantly influenced by our research question. That is what we want to find in our interview transcripts, okay? So we have experiences of people with digestive disorders and coping strategies. We know those two are themes. Avoiding labeling the condition, that's a coping strategy of people with digestive disorders. Dilapidating symptoms, that's an experience, of course. Lifestyle choices contribute to digestive disorders. That's an experience. Restricted diet, that's an experience. So we have